Good morning, gang. Happy Friday morning. All right, I'm back home. Thank God. Yes, it was a fun trip, obviously, to go see the show, but crazy expensive at the same time. It's like, oh my God, just the cost for a hamburger was ridiculous going out there. But okay, we are home. We are back to normal and back in the saddle again here. My chair being my saddle. Let's talk about something that's been in the news here for a while and certainly on the minds of preppers. Hyperinflation. Okay. We hear the term bandied about all the time. Oh my God, we're heading into hyperinflation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I want to ask this. How many people actually know what the true definition of hyperinflation is? Oh my God, it's inflation going up like crazy. I'm sorry, I'm kind of a black and white person, so would you define like crazy to me? Right? Okay, let's talk about this. The economic definition of hyperinflation is when the prices of goods and services increase at a rate of approximately 50% or more per month, right? Okay, that's hyperinflation. So the loaf of bread that you're buying today that costs you $2 would now cost you $3 next month. And then the following month, it costs you $4.50, okay? That would be 50%. That would be hyperinflationary. And you hear all these comments that, oh my God, all of Trump's policies are going to put us in a hyperinflationary environment. Doesn't matter which side of the fence you're on either, okay, politically. Whether Democrat or Republican, I mean, they're all bitching about the big, beautiful bill here. But if you listen to CNBC or you listen to, Bloomberg, which I do pay attention to both of them, okay, they're all bandying about the fact that we're in so much trouble, hyperinflation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? Let's go on the other side. Let's talk about somebody you probably heard of before, Robert Kiyosaki, right? I mean, Robert Kiyosaki's this billionaire who wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's an entrepreneur, whole nine yards. He's a Trump supporter. He actually ran for, I believe it was governor in Hawaii back in the 70s, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, okay? He thinks we're going to be quickly in a hyperinflationary environment, right? He's saying that if that happens, we're going to see $25,000 an ounce gold, $70 an ounce silver, and $500,000 or $1 million an ounce Bitcoin. Okay? And everybody goes, oh my God, wouldn't it be great if my silver was worth $70 an ounce? Was that 2.5 times where we are now? Yeah, double-ish. There you go. Oh wow, I'll double my money. Let's go to my example from 1 minute ago. $2 loaf of bread is $3 next month and $4.50 the following month. So 2 months from now, that doubling of your money in the value of silver means nothing. What happens the following month when it goes up another 50 cents or 50% and your loaf of bread is now $6.75? Oh shit, I'm behind the power curve, okay? And it doesn't matter if you own Bitcoin or it doesn't matter if you own gold or whatever it is. Eventually, in a short amount of time, hyperinflation will exceed what you've got in the way of other assets. Let's put it this way, besides dollars, which obviously are what's going to be going down in a hyperinflationary environment. The issue that I see on this one is the bond market is telling us the exact opposite. And trust me, this isn't just about economics. We're going to get into something here, but I want to set the tone here. We had a soft auction of bonds on Wednesday. Nobody wanted to buy them, okay? 30-year bond rates hovering around 5%. And Japan, who's the biggest buyer of treasuries, nah. China, who's the second biggest buyer of treasuries, nah. Okay. Didn't want to do it. So the Fed had to buy, I think it was $50 billion worth of treasuries. Okay. So this was it. Makes it sound, oh, this is inflationary. This is inflationary. No, actually it's not. Okay. What it's kind of meaning is the bond market is repricing itself into current economic policies, meaning, our money's staying here. We're not investing as much money in other countries. Okay. It's a good thing. Trump screaming to cut rates. That ain't going to help. Okay. Don't need to raise rates, but, end the Fed like we'd all see, kind of. We need to let interest rates kind of figure out where they need to be by what the consumer wants them to be. China and Japan not buying. 5% return wasn't enough for them. Not worth the risk for what they're getting. People, regular investors, nah, you know what? Not worth it. I can get better returns somewhere else. Wait a minute. If you can get better returns somewhere else, I don't know, say the stock market, corporate bonds, that must mean the economy's looking pretty healthy. If 5% isn't good enough, I can get 6, 7, 8, 10 somewhere else. I'm going to put my money somewhere else, right? That's a sign of a healthy economy, not a weak economy. Just want you to think about that. I'm not going to get into the depths on that, but I want you to think about that. That's what's really going on. Would I love to see $25,000 gold? Yes. Do I want to see hyperinflation to get there? No. Okay. Simple as that. But don't fall into this trap listening to the media or the guy who likes to promote his seminars that, oh my God, it's hyperinflation. They're trying to sell advertisement. They're trying to make a buck off of panic. Don't listen to them. Just giving you that idea. But so how do you protect yourself in case I'm wrong? Which, God forbid, it actually happens, okay? And I'll admit it. I'm wrong about stuff. Not often, but I am. What happens if we do go into a hyperinflationary era? Okay? Hopefully, if you've been prepping for a while, you're okay. It's one of the things I figured out. You guys know my story, okay? Where I was 10 years ago, all right? When Mrs. P and I were sitting on the couch and I said, hi, honey, I just made $10 in surveys. We can afford to go to the grocery store and buy $10 worth of food, okay? That was pretty much, we can get a gallon of milk this week. And I got out of it. Now, by no means am I rich or anything like that, but when the bills are due, I'm not worried about paying the bills. Okay, give you that. But how do you figure it out? How do you get there? And you hear all these stories about, you go look for a job. What's a job pay? $40,000 a year. Okay? How much is my mortgage payment? $1,000 a month. We're not thinking right. This is how you start figuring this stuff out. How much does it cost you a day? You don't know what's going to happen a year from now. That gives the company that hired you for $40,000 364 more days to fire you. You can't count on it. Your mortgage payment is due in a month. Okay, whatever. You don't know what's going to happen in the next month. But you've got a pretty good 99% chance you know what's going to happen between this morning when you're eating breakfast watching this video, and tonight when you go to bed. Sure, it's not 100%. You don't know. You could have a car accident. The water heater could blow up. There's things like that. But 99%, you already know exactly what your day is going to look like, where you're going to be at what time, what you're doing today, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yet nobody does that with their money. And this is how you avoid the hyperinflationary ideas. First off, as we've said many times, get your ass out of debt, okay? Simple put. There's not a single person that watches this channel that should go, oh my God, I need a set, I just got a flat tire on my car. It's going to be $100 for the tire. I don't have it. If you're doing that, you're prepping all wrong, okay? Or, oh my God, what am I going to eat for dinner? I don't have any food. Same thing, you're prepping all wrong. Break your budget down to how much you pay a day. If your mortgage is $1,000, figure, okay, my mortgage cost me $33 a day. If your car payment is $500, okay, my car payment cost me $17 a day. And break this all down and figure out your budget for a day. And you go, okay, take it, when you're paying your monthly bills, break it out, okay? Let's say, for example, you spend $3,000 a day, or a month, okay? That's what it takes to pay the electric bill, the phone bill, the cable bill, car insurance, gasoline, food, rent, everything. You go, okay, last month we spent $3,000. Great. That means it cost you $100 a day, every day, including Saturday and Sunday, to live. Do you make $100 a day? I make $102 a day on average, okay? Means you have $2 a day to save. And do it. Because when we get into this hyperinflationary area, you're going to need whatever savings you have. If you figure, oh my God, it cost me $100 a day to live, and I only make on average $96 a day, remember, break it out to 7 days, not 5. You work Monday through Friday, your bills are still due. You still use electricity and have to pay the rent on Saturday and Sunday. Break out, you go, oh my God, I only make $96 a day on average. My bills it cost me $100 to live. Time to sell something. Time to get rid of the car. Time to cancel the Netflix subscription or do something. You need to get that under there. You'd be amazed how fast you can save money when you don't have a lot of bills. I mean, I'm telling you, you'd be amazed. You look at this and go, crap, honey, I get paid this and this is all we owe? What do we do? I mean, imagine right now your car was paid off. Say your car payment is $500 a month. What could you do with an extra $500? Imagine your mortgage is paid off. What could you do with an extra $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month? The foolish people would go, hey, let's take a vacation. The smart people would go, hey, let's plan for the day I don't have to go to work anymore. And how can we get there? Maybe you do take a vacation here and there, but it's after paying yourself. You've heard that line, I'll pay yourself first, okay? You set a budget. You go, we are going to save this amount of money by hook or by crook. And oh my God, the store was closed for 2 days this month and I didn't make as much money. Good. That doesn't mean less money goes into your savings. That means, you know what? We don't go out to dinner this Friday because the money ain't there. Your savings is a bill. That money goes in no matter what, just like the electric bill. Electric company says you owe $150, you pay them $150. Your savings account says you're putting $200 in it, you put $200 in it, by hook or by crook. And if you don't have it, you cut somewhere else. You cut from the, oh my God, you know what? We're not buying steaks this week. I guess we're eating pork chops. Something along those lines. You break it down like that. And all of a sudden, if we do get into a hyperinflationary area, and you're already living to the point of, I'm not living beyond my means, now all of a sudden you're in better shape. You've got food put away. You don't have any bills. Everything just got twice as expensive in 2 months. I don't care. I don't have to buy anything. Oh, okay. But in the process, I've been saving money. I've been buying gold or silver or whatever you're putting in. And you're watching the value of that go up. Hyperinflationary periods do end. Mrs. P was talking about the hyperinflation they went through in Russia after the Soviet Union fell. She says it took about 8 years before everything stabilized, calmed down, and got back to reality here. You could wind up losing everything, or you could wind up being the person sitting on the other side of the fence going, now there's a lot of opportunity for me, because when everything, all of a sudden people are scrambling to come up with money, and I've got it, there you go. Oh my God, we're going to have to sell that extra acre of land we bought for $20,000, honey. We really need $5,000. I don't want to sell it for $5,000, but we need the $5,000. And you're the one sitting there going, thank you. This is how you get ahead. When everybody else panics, that's your time that's your opportunity time. When everybody else gets greedy, that's the time you walk away and say goodbye. Think about it that way. Budget yourself down to the day. Figure that out, and then figure out how you can prepare your own inflationary environment. If it happens, how would it affect us? Like I said, do your budget. If it comes out to cost you $100 a day, then figure out what happens if we do hit hyperinflation. And okay, now it costs me $150 a day. What are you gonna do? And the answer better not be, well, I'll max out my credit cards. Pinball out.